I kicked it off last time. Who wants to kick it off this time?
I can.
All right, don't make me don't fight over it now.
Sorry, Meg walked in the room. Take it away, Punter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the 3 Stack Podcast. I am here with Boom Razzle and Kangaroo as always, except for that one time. Yep. And with us, our very special guest is BacKoFFmyJanKz. Welcome,
Hello.
JanKz.
Hi,
What's up,
JanKz.
man?
So, JanKz, you are a highly anticipated guest, in my opinion, because you have a huge following on YouTube. I'm sure a lot of our viewers would know who you are. But, I mean, we're both Apex guys. I mean, we're all Apex guys here. But there's a new game that came out today called Hyper Scape.
Mm,
I feel like we're kind of
yes.
addicted. I mean, I think I'm a little bit addicted. I don't know. I mean, what's your initial opinions, guys? What's y'all's initial opinions?
You're a little addicted. I am full blown addicted.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I loved it.
I'm getting there too, man. I've only played like 6 games, and I think my first win was a JanKz and Kangaroo, and then I won one not long ago, and it's just like it's a thrill ride the whole way through. It's nonstop, just chaos, and I love it.
It has.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I think it has like a really good respawn like pacing mechanic. Like in Warzone, there's a gulag, so like there's always a good chance for you to come back, and you have that again in Hyper Scape. I keep wanting to say hyperspace, Hyper Scape, and I don't know. I think that adds a level of like craziness that a lot of other BRs don't have. Like say, I don't know if Fortnite has a respawn mechanic, but it didn't when I played it. PUBG doesn't have a respawn mechanic. Apex does, but it's not as like crazy. I feel, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of downtime in every BR. Like in Apex, you're not going to revive your teammate in the middle of a battle. Like you're just not.
Right.
You're not. You need downtime, and even throughout the game, there's downtime. In this game, there's no downtime.
Nope. And
It's go go go.
And I think it helps too because you don't have to get too looted to like just instantly start fragging out in Hyperscape. Like you can spawn in, quickly grab 2 guns and like a ability, and then you're good to go. You know.
Yep. Yeah, it was kind of wild. Like the first time I died, I didn't know that you could like actually walk around and like not really interact, but like you're like walking around as like a ghost. So like I'm so used to spectating people in BRs that you can respawn in, or if you full die. It's just like a wild, crazy concept where you're no longer feeling bored watching someone, ratted out for a top spot in ranked or something like that. This time you actually have to like run around. You can ping for your teammates, and then you got to go find a spot where a player kill has occurred, and then you can be respawned by your teammates there. That's a really, really interesting concept, and yeah, I think this game, it was like innovative on its own. But it took so many good things from other battle royales I've played. Radical Heights,
Dude.
the zones and how they go away reminds me of Radical Heights.
That's true.
And some of the like the entry, where you have like the different corners of the map that the various parts of the server spawn in from also reminds me of that. I don't know. It's like they took all the best things of a lot of BRs, threw them into one game, and said, okay, how do we make this game fast? And just built it up from there.
I think one of my favorite things too for like the looting and stuff, like if you get killed and you get brought back, it's not like you're at a disadvantage like in Apex where you got to re-loot, right? You get white armor, you get naked weapons, no attachments. Like this game, you pick up a gun, you're good to go. Hop back in. You don't need to find armor. You don't need to find heals. You don't need to find, you don't have to worry about any of that. You don't have to be worried about like, oh, I found a 99, but I don't have a mag on it. And you're going to be going into late game against purple armor and guys with 99s and purple mags on it. You gotta worry about that.
I'm really curious about what the pro scene is going to look like for this game because I think it's so technical. Like it is easy to get into, but I think it's one of those games that's like really hard to master because I can already tell there's like so many movement techs that we probably don't even know about yet, and like everything's hits. I mean, not everything's hit scan, but like a lot of things are hit scan. Like I think snipers are hit scan, and a lot of the automatic weapons are hit scan. So I feel like we're gonna see like a lot of different styles of aim. Kind of come into play because you do have the hit scan weapons, and then you have like the slower like projectile, Quake like weapons, in this game too.
Absolutely.
I don't know. And
the skill ceiling.
Yeah, there's a huge skill ceiling.
So high, dude. Oh, when you have a game with such high mechanical skill in terms of like aiming with the hit scan, with the mobility and all of that. There's so many things that you can always improve on, that if you're one of the best players, it's like there's even being the best, there's always going to be something else you can learn. I think that's why Apex was so fun too, because there's a high skilling in Apex too.
It's a shame with Apex though, because I feel like they're removing a lot of like the cool little movement text that kind of separated good players from or great players from good players. Like you had bunny hop healing that was removed, the zip line spam, which isn't necessarily super skillful, but that's another movement ability that's removed. And they're also removing wall jumping, I heard.
Potentially.
Potentially.
No, tell me it ain't so.
I don't know. I thought it was you who told me, Boom, or maybe it was Potter.
That was a Sore Johnny tweet I was referring to, where he was lamenting all the little mechanics that are getting taken away, and then he was like, "Yo, if they take away wall jumping, I'm out of here."
Well, actually, I heard they're talking about actually doing that too. On top of that, I think that's where that tweet came from, wasn't it?
Possibly. I need to do a little bit more research, so I don't want to put Johnny on the spot. But I could just like thinking about it and other mechanics that they've taken away, it definitely seems as if wall jumping isn't something that they intended, because it's like a mantle on the wall. Yeah, it definitely seems a little bit more explosive than they intended. But oh my gosh, like each individual movement thing that has been taken away. But I mean, besides B hopping was very, very strong. But like, yeah, it's kind of like a nickel and diming of the movement, which is, I don't know, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
The skill ceiling in general, I mean, the fact that when they flip-flop the meta around, I think another thing to think about too is not even just movement, but like making the Havocs as strong as it was for as long as it was, and making the meta, buffing Gibraltar as strong as he was, and now Revenant. Like, these are characters that are less skillful, but they reward you just by kind of existing,
Right, their abilities kind of carry them. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I still love Apex. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not gonna like shit on the game or anything, but
yeah, for sure.
But like, I don't know. It's rare that a game like Hyper Scape just kind of like, it's like Hyper Scape to me, like at least in the initial first day of playing, like I immediately feel like, hey, this is a pretty freaking fun game, and like I don't often feel this way. Like Valorant came and went, and everyone's really hyped for Valorant. I played it, and I was like, it's pretty fun. But like after more games with Valorant, I was just like, you know what? I honestly don't think this is for me. Like I didn't feel like that urge, that itch to play it again.
Yeah, completely agreed.
And the same with
I'm not into that kind of gameplay at all.
It was too slow. Yeah, and honestly, the same with Warzone. I know that's like Warzone has a huge following, but for me personally, like I played it, I was like, this is fine. Like it's fun, but like I didn't feel like that itch to keep coming back. But like there's only been a handful of games that had this effect on me, and it's Apex is one of them, but like Hyper Scape is another that's like I'm like, holy shit, this is like actually a solid game.
Yeah, it's really fun. I like them both. I think they're both really good. I like playing Apex. I like playing Hyper Scape. I'm gonna keep playing both of them.
Yeah,
I think the strength of the game is gonna really be determined when it comes out full release. What those kind of mystery modes are gonna be. What the if they have like a leaderboard that's in the game, and what kind of competitive scene / ranked system they come out with. That's going to keep people coming back. Seasonal rewards, things of that nature, like how Apex is done with ranked leagues.
I'm be honest, I'm kind of terrified of ranked Hyper Scape, because I can already tell like it's gonna be really hard. Like I can already tell like people are gonna be amazing at this game.
Yeah, it's gonna be so
for sure.
Yeah.
So what kind of loadouts are you guys looking for? Like what abilities do you like and dislike? What kind of guns do you like and dislike? Tell our listeners out there about that.
The wall. The wall is crazy. There's so many different things you can do with the wall that people haven't learned yet.
Yeah.
Like, how people talk about you want mobility to go up, right? You can use the wall to go up. If you get a maxed out wall,
dude.
No, it doesn't launch you.
Kind of.
But the wall's only on, I think when you max it out, it's on a 4-second cooldown.
Yeah.
So you literally just keep stacking walls on top of each other.
Oh geez, it's like Fortnite.
In 12 seconds. In 12 seconds, you're as high as you would if you used a slam.
Jeez.
Dude, I thought I was a slam main because it's just like so powerful at first. Dude, I think I'm a ball guy. Like I was like starting
You
to
would
run
be.
ball
Yeah,
more,
you're
dude.
fucking weird.
I'm kind of fondling the balls a little
Oh
bit.
my god.
So sorry, that was way too easy. No, but I love the double jump first of all, but when you have the ball, especially if it's like a legendary ball, you can like string together some really weird like double jump into ball, double jump, and like I don't know, get places in like really weird kind of hard to hit ways. I bet teleport is gonna be very, very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, with slam, I was noticing it was kind of like whoever slams first can get killed a lot.
Right.
So I wonder if it would just be pushed away from the meta. Like if somebody slams, I'm like, oh cool, now I can do it and slam on them for free. Like it's a free stun.
You know what you do though is you bait the slam. So like when I'm slamming, I cancel the slam at the peak, so it's like a holy shit teleport. You know
what?
You
can
cancel?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
you do the slam, and at the
just
peak
take out
of
your
the
gun.
slam, you cancel it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're just in the air.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because it doesn't bring you down as fast. You just kind of float down.
It kind of makes you a target in that time, but because there's 100% accuracy in air, it also like gives you like god height on top of everyone. So if you're running like the Riot, which is basically a hit scan wingman, if you haven't played the game yet, or the sniper, you can literally just like drop down on people and zoom in real quick, and it's like a free kill basically. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. For me, I'm kind of a slam scrub, so I've been slamming it around. But I really like. Okay, I have a weird thing. I think I have a weird fetish with like deployable mines because I thought it was just an isolated incident with caustic, but I'm feeling it with the mines in this game because I like for some reason I like making defensive abilities offensive. I think that's like a weird like fetish of mine. Like
Why do you keep calling it a fetish?
yeah, it's kind of weird. So like, you know, I was talking to my therapist about it and they said it was fine. No, just kidding. But the mines, dude, like what I do is like I slam upwards and I cast a mine next to someone and then like I also shoot them. So it's like it creates like an independent variable, you know, because the mine will like follow them, you know, unless they move. So like it forces people to move or get blown up. And I don't know, I just like that play style. I know it's probably not the best play style. You probably would want to run slam and heal or slam and teleport or something. But for me personally, I mean, I like making weird shit work.
I like so I'll pick up any ability if I don't have one, of course, because why put yourself at any kind of disadvantage? But my instant pickups are slam. That's always the number one that I look for. And you know, like we were saying, canceling it before you actually slam, because like when you come down, you're also momentarily stunned, and then you kind of stand up for a brief moment. You're really just standing. Makes you easy target if you're slamming near people. So I don't even like using the slam ability at all for that, just to get up on a roof real quick. I like running TP with it as well, because you know just that quick blink dash forward or around your enemy as you're shooting at them is really, really good. Especially, you know, no offense to the controller players out there, but they can't snap around and do a 180 quite as fast as mouse and keyboard. And a lot of people are playing controller to great success right now. So I think
JanKz.
Are they really?
JanKz.
Oh yeah, is popping off, dude.
What's that like, JanKz?
Playing with a controller?
Yeah, I didn't know if it was supported or what.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. Hyper Scape is weird. So a lot of people don't know this, but every single game actually has a different aiming system. So it's like with a mouse and keyboard, you just input your settings, right? Like there's ways that you can match your identical sensitivity and the way everything's feel. Like in this game, it's completely different to Apex. So like playing Apex and then playing this game, I can't match my sensitivity. I don't. It's like it's weird. So like I could try to explain it. On Apex, if you move your joystick 10% to the right, you will have 10% of your sensitivity. If you move it 100%, you'll have 100% of your sensitivity. Like that's how fast you would move. You would move 100%.
It's accelerated. It's like accelerated.
Exactly. So in this game, it's called a dual zone. I don't know, dual zone sensitivity. I don't know what you would call it, but if you move your joystick 10%, you get 10% of your sensitivity. If you move it 60%, you still only get 10%.
So it's a linear distance.
They call it dual zone. I guess it's kind of like linear. It's definitely not exponential. So if you basically you have 10% of your sensitivity until you max your stick out, or like 90% of your stick.
Really?
So it's weird to get used to. Very weird, but once you do, it's good.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, obviously it works for honestly, when I first heard about controllers being supported, I thought they'd be at a disadvantage with how fast the game is. But Janks, I mean, you got like a 17 kill game. Like that's that says something, dude.
Here's the thing, man. It's like I can move around just as good as you can move around, right? Well, okay, maybe not quite as good because a keyboard, you guys can do some pretty cool stuff, but I can move around just as good, and I'm hard to hit. Whereas I have aim assist, and I can hit you much
Is this
easier.
Stronger in this game or weaker than Apex? You'd say.
Stronger. Aim assist is stronger in this game than Apex.
I guess you'd need it. I mean, I'd say it's faster. It's a faster
Man,
game.
honest to God, there is not a lot of aim assist on Apex. Like PC Apex, there's not a ton of it. There really isn't. I know that there's a stigma, right? There's that stigma from, especially in the Apex PC Pro community, right? It's like if they get killed by a controller player, I got killed by a controller player. There genuinely is not a lot. Like on console, there is, but on PC, it's a completely different game for controller people. Yeah, there isn't that much.
I recently 1v1'd our resident controller player in Apex in the firing range, and it was the first time I ever used Apex with a controller, so it was completely foreign to me. But I was actually surprised it wasn't nearly as strong as most people say, and just to like be that good on controller in general, it says a lot about the player. It's not that aim assist is making them good. They're just really good with the controller, and the aim assist is just kind of in the background helping a little bit. I don't get it. I don't get why everyone talks about aim assist so much. Like, I don't think it's nearly as big of an issue as people say.
I think it was a stigma that was brought on by Fortnite because Fortnite was so big, and when there was issues like that, it was kind of worldwide, right? Like everybody knew about it, everybody heard about it. But Fortnite's aim assist system it's completely different to any game I've ever played. It is so broken, broken. It's not like that on it. There is aim assist, obviously, but it's nothing like even Call of Duty. Like you can play Warzone. Aim assist on Warzone is 100 times stronger than what it is on Apex.
Really?
It's not even comparable. Yeah.
I feel like that's even worse on a game like Warzone where there's like less movement. Like I would say it's a slower game than Apex or Hyper Scape, but to have stronger aim assist seems kind of like almost unfair.
It's weird. And that's the other thing too. Most console people, they play on a low sensitivity, like a very low sensitivity. And the lower your sensitivity, the more reliant you are on aim assist. So like if you're not a very good player, right? You're just a casual guy, you're just hopping on after work, playing some video games, playing on a very low sensitivity, the game almost does the aiming for you because it's so hard to miss. Like you move your joystick, you're barely moving as it is, right? And you got guys like me that play on a really high sensitivity. So it's like you don't really notice it at that point. I don't know. It's weird.
Huh.
So what about weapons? What weapons you guys liking?
Ooh. I really like this. Is this a Skybreaker? I think
that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
It's a good like initiator weapon. I wouldn't use it as a duel because it's a one-shot reload sort of gun. But it's a great weapon when you're in the air, you're shooting down. It's got amazing splash, and it's really easy. It's much easier to hit when you're like above someone because it's a slow projectile. But the other weapon I really like to use is the shotties. I forgot what it's called, but I think it's like a really, really good like backup weapon.
The mammoth.
The mammoth, right?
Thank you. Yeah. I know a lot of people like the minigun, and some people like the 301 equivalent, the AR. What's it called?
The Ripper.
Ripper. I don't like the Ripper, dude. I think it's too weak
either.
It's okay. Yeah. I mean, I used it a little bit in my very first game, and I was kind of underwhelmed by it. But like that, I didn't even understand how to fuse stuff yet. So it was like a base level Ripper until the very end. And even then it was like, okay, yeah, it is what it is. It's not good. It's not bad.
With how easy it is to find weapons and loot on the ground, I feel like there's no reason to ever use a Ripper over the Hex Fire. There's no reason,
like the Hex Fire.
which is the minigun. I mean, I think it's the most broken gun in the game right now.
Yeah, it's super broken.
Really?
I'm not against the meta. I like being different. I like the protocol. I like the
is it the energy gun that has like not too many bullets, but it's
the protocol's a sniper.
Yeah, no, it's the handheld pistol one, the plasma thing is what you're thinking about, I think. I don't know. I like the grenade launcher. What's it called? The
Salvo.
Salvo? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fun. I don't think it's very good, but I mean, if you can chain like 2 or 3 grenades on someone which is kind of hard to do. It could it can do some work. I don't
I
know.
think the salvo is. I would rather run a salvo than a shotgun for sure. Because
Really?
Mhm.
yeah, because you're gonna run a shotgun when you're like in someone's face, and it's just so easy to hit people with the salvo. But like where it shines is it doesn't do damage to yourself when the grenades go off on you.
Oh,
So when
really?
you're indoors, you just spam it. Like you don't even have to aim at the person, just spam it and empty the mag as you're like running away from someone going upstairs or something. And it's almost a guaranteed kill. It's kind of dumb, honestly. I wish they would put in like, self damage or whatever you would call it. I don't even know what
They
the term
might.
would be.
They
Yeah, they
bounce
might.
too. I had this one really sweet play where I was running away from a team. I was running in a building. I was going up the stairs and I shot it off the wall to bounce behind me down the
Yep.
stairs. And so as I'm running up the stairs, I'm shooting it at the wall as I'm running, and the balls are bouncing down the stairs and hitting them as I'm running away, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
You can make some cool plays with it.
Yeah, I think overall the guns in the game all feel pretty good. I know Poner, you have a special spot in your heart for the wingman, or what's it called? It's called the Riot, I think.
The Riot one. Yeah.
Mm.
Dude, so imagine a wingman, but it's hit scan and it's 100% accurate even when you're flying through the air at light speed. It's just, oh my gosh, it's like a trick shotter's dream come true, especially the protocol as well. Protocol is harder to hit shots with though, because it's got a built-in scope to it. It's not variable, so you can't zoom in, zoom
Oh,
out.
really?
Yeah, at least I don't think so. I haven't figured out how to, but yeah, dude, the Riot. Oh my gosh, like I upgraded it 3 or 4 times, and I had 9 kills with 10 squads left. And it was just, I was like, oh my god, I found my gun. Like nothing really felt that great to me until I started using that gun, and now that's all I do. That's all I run. I'll pick that up, and then like I'll secondary the protocol if I want to like have like a high risk, high reward kind of loadout.
Right.
And then I really like the salvo for when indoors, but like we were saying, I think that Hex minigun is just like it's broken, dude. Like,
It's good at everything.
dude, yeah, the mag size is crazy.
That's
for
the only thing I
one.
like about it. I just feel like the damage, like for me, like I just feel like maybe I'm just missing too many shots, but like I feel like the damage isn't there. But maybe it is.
Yeah.
You have to be really close. Is that how you play it, or?
No, you don't have to. It's just harder to like it's like pinpoint precise accuracy. There's no bloom. So
Oh,
like
really?
you're either on your target or you're missing. So yeah,
Mm.
it's very unforgiving on mouse and keyboard from a distance, but like, and I don't even know if there's damage drop off,
I don't
honestly.
I don't know if there is. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching right before we started recording, I was watching Touche and Average Aiden were playing, and they kept picking up the Hex, both of them, they're controller players. And they were just frying people with them up close. Didn't miss a single shot. It was crazy to watch. I was like, holy crap, maybe maybe controllers are really good on this game with the, just skilled
Yeah.
players plus like if what Jenks is saying is correct about the aim assist being stronger, like yeah, dude. I think the Hex is an instant pickup, especially if you're on controller, but I
I
love
should
it.
I should double down. I don't think the aim assist definitely feels stronger, but it's also because of the aim system too.
Yeah, that's fair. What about
Mm.
you, Boom?
Wait, what do you mean by aim system?
It's like it doesn't have like an exponential ramp to the
Oh, gotcha.
joystick. It's like, so no matter what, you're always moving really slow. Unless you
Interesting.
max out your stick, right? You max it out and then you have a really fast sensitivity.
I feel like that's part of it. I feel like that's why people like, I don't know, sometimes rag on aim assist, because there's no metric for measuring it. So it's just like anecdotal, and that kind of gives it like this shroud of mystery that, like, I don't know, people don't understand. That's cool.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. As long as it's not like Fortnite where you click L2 and it snaps to the target, and no game should have that. No game
Exactly.
should ever have that. That's a different beast.
Jeez.
No, but my favorite guns. So I started off the day. The first gun I picked up was a Ripper. I was like so happy with it, and then as I played, like the Ripper just like was worse and worse. So
You
unless
did
it's like
pretty okay
level
with it,
4,
honestly. You did pretty okay with it.
yeah, I just wondered. I think everybody was like confused at the beginning, so I just think my success was maybe like coincidental. But then like it was just funny like watching the meta shape up like in real time as people were figuring things out. And by the end of the day, like I'd kind of tried all the guns. I think the salvo is just so strong indoors. Like that's
Mhm.
one that I could see a nerf is gonna be lined up for that one. Maybe like either it'll do friendly fire like to yourself, or it'll just do less damage. Because yeah, the salvo was very frustrating to fight people indoors, and then the hex was very frustrating to fight people on rooftops. Especially when Twitch chat, which that's just another weird thing which we haven't even talked about yet, is like how chat can influence the game. But in the zero gravity mode, there were so many times where I'd be like jumping and then zero gravity would happen and I would just get mowed down by all these hexes as I'm just like a sitting duck. So I don't honestly, I kind of run the wingman peacekeeper most of the time I was running.
The wingman peacekeeper.
Exactly. I was like joking around like running that combo. And yeah, the shotgun, it's weird. It seems like it's actually a balanced shotgun, which we've seldom experienced in Apex. But like, if I was missing, it sucked. But like, if I just absolutely like shoved it down like into somebody's face, it worked so well. And I, was able to hit some really fun shotgun shots tonight. So I don't know. I'm still kind of playing around with them. I want to learn how to do the sniper better.
Me too, man.
Dude, you got to hit headshots. It's so rewarding for people who can aim.
I think
it'd be great to aim someday.
I think I'm gonna use it more and try to like nail people who like abuse the slam a lot. Like I want to try like using it as anti-air. Maybe not necessarily in a duel, because I think when people are on the ground with sliding and the movement, I think it's probably too hard to hit. But I want to whip out the sniper when I'm on a rooftop and I see people like trying to slam on other people. Like I think it might be a good counter.
Have you guys ran into somebody running the invisibility yet?
I've done it. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, as an escape, it's been strong. I can't catch them. It's
It's
usually
such
so
a pain.
loud. Like I think you can hear their footsteps like Mirage, but it is
Really?
a chaotic game. Usually your teammates are yelling at you. I think you can. Not
Man,
100%.
They always get away when they pop them on me. Always.
Always. What do you guys think is better? Healing or the titanium skin?
Healing.
You mean the armor?
Armor, 100%.
Armor-
Armor,
armor's
you're
better.
invincible. Completely
It's
invincible.
Yeah, what is it, like 5 seconds up to 10 seconds or something?
So at max out level, the cooldown's 5 seconds, I think.
But how long does it last?
I
What's
don't
the
know.
cooldown? Okay.
It's pretty long. It's long enough for you to be able to escape, run to building, and then start your own auto regen. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
really good.
I run healing. I haven't
think
run
both are
armor
good.
yet.
Yeah, I think both are good. But the thing is, yeah, I mean, both are good. I could see it being a thing where, like, if you're holding crown, for those that are listening, there's 2 win conditions at the end of the game, at least in this initial game mode, which is either A, kill everyone, or B, at the end of like the final few squads left, a crown spawns, and whoever gets the crown and holds onto it for a minute, they auto win. So I feel like if you get the crown and if you can like escape / use like chain your armor like perfectly to dodge tank bullets, or maybe even use a wall really well, you can like instantly like easily win the crown like win condition.
Yeah, so the last game I played, it was Jokey and Rare and myself. And Rare grabbed the crown after we killed the person who initially grabbed it. And he had armor. And so like we're all running around frantically trying to find the last squad and kill them as they're like kind of taking cheap shots at him as he's running around. And at the very last second, they caught Rare out, in an open area or something. And he said there was 2 on him, but we weren't near him. And he had the armor thing, so he popped it at the last second, and they couldn't kill him, and the timer ran out. We ended up winning.
Oh my god, the cheese,
dude! It was good, but like outside of that condition, I think armor's really weak, right?
Really?
Yeah, because you can't do anything. All you can do is pop it. I'm 100% positive. You just pop it and you run, and if you accidentally pull your weapon out, it cancels the armor.
Yeah,
and
you
then
can't fight with armor active.
Yeah, so what I've been doing, getting back to the ability conversation, was I was using the slam to get up on height, and if someone was up there, I just instantly pop heal, so that way I'm getting the passive healing as I'm dealing damage. And if they don't have heal, they're dead. Like they're not going to win that gunfight.
It heals really fast.
Yeah, the healing, especially if you got other teammates running the heal, it's insanely good because the area effect.
Stack if you do multiple healings.
No, like if you, I don't. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't think so. We would just have like large areas like covered with heals. Like we would take a whole rooftop. Everyone pops heals as we're shooting, and it's like unless they hit an instant headshot with a upgraded protocol, the sniper, you're unkillable. It's kind of crazy, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, right now, I hate to say it, but the game I feel like right now is in its most fun state. like the shit that's like broken,
Yeah.
but it makes it so fun. And
Season 0 Apex all over again.
yeah, like season
Every
0
game, though,
Apex.
really, right?
Yeah, that's the
A
shame
new
about.
game, a new
Yeah,
game comes out and you absolutely love it, right? And then they start changing things, and then it's not the game that you initially loved
yeah.
at the beginning.
Because I hope, like for example, I hope they don't remove like I know they will, but like with Slam, for example, right? Like I hope they don't like reduce how high you can jump with it. Although they probably will, but I feel like if they take that away, then so much of like the verticality that you have in this game will be gone. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like certain aspects they have to be really careful with how they balance because I feel like if they remove certain aspects, then like or certain abilities or tone them down, that's gonna like actually remove some parts of the game that I personally really enjoy. I don't
I mean, I
know.
wonder what the game's going to be like at full release too, because we can't forget this is closed beta. So this
Yeah, when
isn't
is full
what the
release?
game.
You know?
I think it's on the 12th.
Yeah, it's on the 12th.
So who
Oh,
knows
so it's
if
like
this is the actual game that's going to be released though? Because this is a technical test.
yeah, but I'd assume they have most of the things nailed down though. This is probably them trying to. I mean, it's a technical test, which makes me think they're just trying to measure like server capacity and stuff,
I
not
agree.
balances.
Mm,
So
I
I
see.
feel like it's gonna be pretty similar to release. I don't know. I could be wrong though. Like I don't think it's gonna look like, for example, the graphics. Like I think the aesthetic is fine, but the character models are kind of, not my favorite. But I don't like, for example, with character models, right? Like I don't think they're gonna like give you ultra textures and make it awesome by release day. I think it's gonna be largely the same game.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I don't know, but
I don't know about balancing and stuff though, because they're definitely gonna make some balancing changes.
that's
Because
a
like
good point.
the hex, like there's no way the hex goes out the way it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
It's by far the best gun in the game.
it's like the Spitfire. Do you remember how dominant that used to be? Like season 0, season 1.
Fun
And
fact, it used to be my favorite gun.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams ran the Spitfire. Like you just put a 2 to 4 on it and you just beam people from wherever. But I imagine it's going to get 1 less damage per tick, and it's also going to have less bullets in the whole mag. I bet they're just going to do the Spitfire treatment.
I think what they could do to nerf it well is just to make the spread bigger. Because like most miniguns, I feel like in games are like bullet hoses up close. Like
Mhm.
basically a really slow but high mag SMG, but like at distance you can't really use much with it. I feel like that would be a good nerf instead of nerfing damage. I feel like if they just nerf accuracy, that'd be better. So it still does the same amount of damage up close or like medium distance, but you can't like laser snipe someone down.
I
Well, like
would.
spool up time as well on top of
Yeah,
that.
exactly. That's what I was about to say.
Oh.
I would have said spool up time like a real life minigun, and also like if you full throttle it for like 50 to 60 rounds, it overheats and it's got to cool off for a second. That's what I would think.
Yeah, that's wait, is there? Yeah, well, like the devotion, basically, like this or the havoc in Apex with the rev up time.
Well, yeah, imagine pretty much imagine a havoc, but with a L-star cool off or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
actually, I would love to see if that's what they actually do. I bet you could put your money on it. Something like that.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean it's clearly OP, but it's not like insanely overpowered by comparison to a lot of the guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have 2 more nuanced things that I want to talk about. So it's, what else is a podcast for?
Okay.
So one thing that I really like, and it's just very different from any other BR I ever played, is if your teammate is fighting somebody, you can see the enemy's health bar.
Yeah,
And
dude.
like you can kind of like picture in 3 dimensions like where they might be in the room as you're like approaching the fight. And also just like on kind of a funny note, it's also funny when you like your teammates go like, oh, like they're one, but you can see that it's just like 50% of the health bar. So it's just like funny.
You liar.
But I don't know what you guys thought about I guess that, as well as the way that it's embedded in Twitch. Like I don't know, that's like kind of the first time we've seen either of that. But I love the health bar thing. I love that you can like kind of see what's going on in the fight. What do you guys think about it?
The Twitch thing is what you're talking about?
Yeah, just both. Pretty different. But the Twitch thing and like the way, and also when you scan, it's like a little red triangle on people's heads. So it's just like, it's very interesting the way that they give you information. It's much different than Apex, and I think I like it.
Yeah, so with this, to be honest, I didn't notice the health bar thing, but With the Twitch thing, I do think that's a pretty cool integration, but I am seeing like, the Twitch community kind of pick the same events over and over, which is I think
Zero
the options.
gravity.
Yeah, so the options are zero gravity, which is the most popular, and then there's like the health pack one, which spawns health packs everywhere, which I think is kind of lame, and then there's the infinite ammo one, which I guess is kind of cool, and then there's I think there's a few others, but like
Reveal.
yeah, we can see where everyone is. I think reveal and zero gravity should stay, but I think they should make more interesting events because so far it's really
Yeah.
just like the same one, maybe two events being spammed. You know,
I don't know. I think it's cool, but I honestly I don't like it. It's cool for the viewer, but like when I guess it's low gravity, not zero gravity.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
but when low gravity hits, it just completely like throws me off. And I mean, obviously that's the point of it, but it's kind of annoying because it happens almost every game, multiple times. And then the other ones, I don't like when reveal occurs and you're playing the game, it just obstructs your vision. Like everything gets super whitewashed out, and I don't even like understand what's going on half the time. I'm like looking around and like I don't see anything. I
Same.
I just don't get it.
It's just like another UI element that I'm being overloaded with.
Yeah,
Because that game is so much shit.
yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, like the core gameplay itself is it's already like a lot to process and to work through. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of it if I'm being honest. Like it's cool. It's a very neat concept, but I think it's a novelty. It's gonna go away at some
Do you
point,
think it's
or maybe it should
abusable?
change.
By like say if like Ninja or Shroud or Tfue was playing this game and they have a sniper and they just told their chat to spam zero gravity so they can land easy headshots on people just floating around. Do you think it's like abusable by like the really big streamers?
I don't know. What do you think, Jinx?
I don't know. I don't think so. To be honest, I don't really like the idea is cool, but I feel like they got to implement it differently. Like, does it really matter to the viewer whether there's high gravity or not? I don't think so. I don't think they really care. Like, do you think that they're going to vote for high gravity because they genuinely want to see you play in high gravity? Probably not. I mean, I know for me, I wouldn't. Like, I don't care if you're in high gravity or you're not. I just want to see you play the game.
Yeah.
Could they
Now
do something?
Imagine if they could do like, I don't know, if they could spawn crazy chests around the map. Like
I was gonna
where
say, yeah.
everybody just like tunnels into a certain POI and is like, oh, there's a gold chest here with 3 different weapons, 3 different hacks, like one for each of you, basically. And
Maxed out, yeah.
yeah.
That'd be a
So
cool
like
thing.
something like that, that's appealing to me, but I don't know.
I like that better. I feel like it should be less in your face, like I mean, it is a cool concept. I don't know. Like I still think personally for me, it's still like too early to tell. Like maybe I don't know, maybe I'll end up really liking it. But for now, it's more of like a, oh, that's kind of cool to yeah, it's okay, like I think there's other things in the game that I'm really into over yeah.
The go ahead.
I'm just in love with the game, period. Like the game itself, my favorite thing about brand new battle royales, like battle royales are the longer that they're alive, the less enjoyable they are. You know what I mean? Like when a BR first comes out, when nobody has a clue what they're doing, that's the funnest that battle royale is ever going to be.
Yeah, that's kind of true, actually.
It is.
Day one
He's-
PUBG.
He's got a
amazing.
point.
Or whatever.
How
not
can
day
you
one.
be so right yet so
It's
hurtful?
every single game, man, which sucks. It's like, and I think Apex is an exception for me because I still really like Apex is my favorite game of all time. I would go that far. I would say of all time, for sure. The mechanics, the story, the everything about it, I just love it. But it's not as fun as it was at the beginning. Just like Fortnite, I loved Fortnite at the beginning. You'll never see me touch Fortnite now, never.
But couldn't you
Fucking
say that
old.
about like any game though? Like, isn't that like the honeymoon stage with any new game that comes out, or
And
other
it's
games that just
good,
gets
I
better?
guess. I don't know. Like some games
Destiny.
don't, like Rainbow Six Siege. Like Rainbow Six Siege, I think is better now than it was before. In my opinion.
Okay.
I don't. I think it applies to BRs more so than anything.
Yeah, maybe you're
But
right.
it can apply to everything.
I think it's just the thrill of winning and doing well at a BR game. Like there's just something more to it than like a standard Call of Duty arena game where you kill, you die, you kill, you die, and then one side wins, and that's it. Like that's you just experienced the core gameplay. But like with a new BR, you're trying to figure out what's good, what works for you and your team. And then when you get your first couple wins, like it's kind of a rush. Like I remember, I always bring this up where I can remember the exact spot on the map in PUBG where I won. Um, Apex, I can't really. It wasn't that thrilling because we got like 10 wins that first day that we played it. And
Yeah.
then yeah, and then like today I've played like what was it, like 6 or 7 games, and then I've already won 2 of them. It's like, okay, like it's cool, but like I'm not gonna remember this like in 2 days. Um
Yeah, I feel that.
yeah, and maybe that's just because the BR kind of game type essentially has become more normalized. We're getting used to it as time progresses. I don't know. It's just it's kind of it hasn't lost its luster or allure to me, but it's definitely not as impactful as it once was, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I remember like the first few days when I start playing PUBG and I got my first win. I don't remember where I got my first win, but like because it was so hard to get a solo win in PUBG, at least for me in the beginning, like
Same,
that was a
same.
huge rush. But conversely with Apex, I mean, I think Apex is probably like pubs. I think it is easier to win in than PUBG was.
Oh,
And
by miles.
yeah, so I feel like I don't know, it's less exciting. Um, and this game, I don't know. I feel like we are winning quite a bit, so I have a feeling maybe we will also kind of get that, kind of get used to winning. But for now, like day one, probably the first week, you'll probably feel real good.
Yeah,
What do you
don't
find
get
like?
me wrong, I'm hype.
Yeah,
I like winning. Listen,
I like winning.
I know the feels of like, ooh, yeah, we got our first win type thing, and it's exciting, it's cool. But I don't mind winning over and over and over. I'm cool with that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I feel like I'm just excited to play this game more. Like when I die in the game, I want to get back in there. Like I'm motivated to keep playing.
Candy, why don't
And
you res me? Hurry up.
Dude, they did a good job with the resi mechanic. I like that you become a ghost. I like that you kill somebody and you can res right away and get their loot. It's just like it's very speedy. Yeah, jeez, I'm very hyped for this game. I want to play more. I kind of want to play right after this if you guys are done.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I gotta give Ubisoft credit, man. Like yesterday when we were talking about this game coming out, I think I was talking to Candy. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like Ubisoft doesn't have a strong track record in my book with new games. Like it's rare. I feel like they come out with something that's a hit. Rainbow Six Siege is one of the only games I can really think of that's kind of broken that mold. At least for me personally. So when I heard they were doing a BR, I was like, it's probably not going to be that good. I'll see what it's like, and then I'll give it a try. Maybe, sometime after I watch someone play it or whatever. But I'm honestly, I'm delightfully shocked that it's as good as it is um, on release day. And I don't know about you guys. I didn't play it right when it came out, of course. I had to, you know, my boy Jenks here had to give me a key. Thank you for that, sir. But no technical issues. I was shocked. Like people were playing right away.
Yeah.
Like bravo to them. That's
Yeah,
that's
that's kind of weird.
smooth.
There's no server crashes or anything.
Yeah, that's a smooth beta. Holy moly! It feels like they put a lot of love and care into this game.
It's kind of
Honestly,
weird. I find it funny how how you said at the beginning how you said you were kind of hesitant to play. You
Yeah,
saw it and you were hesitant whether it was going to be good or not. I've been seeing everybody say that. Like as a YouTuber, when you upload something new, like this morning when I uploaded
Yeah.
the Hyper Scape video, there were so many people talking about how bad it looks. Oh, this looks boring, blah blah blah, whatever. Until you get in and play it. And then you play it and you're hooked. You're like, dude, this is so sick.
yeah, I agree. I fall in that category. Maybe not like I wasn't watching people play and like, oh, this game's doo doo. It's gonna crash and burn. But yeah, it's crazy. You're right. When you get in there, it kind of gives you a different feeling than when you're just watching. So like as a free to play game, becomes available to the masses, I strongly suggest everyone at least give it an honest go. Like it's really fun.
Yeah, the movement's just next. Do you think so, Poner? You were thinking Apex versus Hyperscape. Like, you said Apex might be faster. Do you think that's still true, or do you think Hyperscape's faster?
I think it depends on what you mean, and I think it also depends
Like
on
movement, gameplay pace.
right. Yeah, but it depends. Like, are you playing Apex pubs or ranked? Like, if we're talking
Ah,
I still think the craziest gameplay out of the two is when you're in Diamond 3 plus ranked in Apex. Like that's just pandemonium crazy the last few circles. Sure, like it's slow to rotate. Um I don't really get that same sensation right now, but then again, like this is not ranked or competitive, and there doesn't seem to be any skill-based matchmaking, so it's kind of
thank
hard to
God.
say.
Thank
Um,
God, yeah.
I think in the future though, we're gonna see like some crazy, crazy high skill, very fast hyperscape gameplay that's gonna dwarf what we're witnessing now. Because like when you like if you smurf in pubs on Apex, that's everyone learning the game for the first time. It's
Yep.
slow. Like you can rotate into every single squad that's still alive, and there's 10 squads left in Apex, right? But like now take that and equate it to Hyperscape. You're constantly running into people, but like I mean, to be quite frank, everyone still sucks at this game, more or less, right?
Right,
So
right. There's
I
some
think,
nutty people though. Like
I mean,
like there's a few that land some
yeah, of
crazy
course,
headshots on me.
yeah, of course. But yeah, I think in the future, Hyperscape's going to be very, very fast. So yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
Time's going to tell.
My favorite thing right now about Hyperscape, from what I can tell, now this might change, but from what I can tell, there is way more outplay possibilities, I guess, in this game than in Apex. For example, in Apex, if you're playing ranked in Apex, and I'm playing by myself as a solo player, and I run into Boom, Poner, and Candy as a squad, there is a 0% chance that I win.
That's true.
There's no way. There's no way. Like
Yeah,
the
he's right.
only way that I win is if you guys mess up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's no way I'm 1v3ing you guys. There's no way. But take that exact situation and put it into Hyperscape, and with the way the game plays, the time to kill, the abilities and everything, there's a chance to 1v3 that. And if there isn't a chance to 1v3 that, there's a chance to pull a res somewhere else, like dip out completely. Like I don't know, it's just different, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of chaos. It's I think it's much more chaotic. Like when I was editing my video, like there was very little downtime, honestly. Like I mean, maybe a few matches were kind of dead, but like for the general, like in general, the pacing was just kind of like go, go, go. And I think that has to do in part with like how the rest system works and just, the overall movement abilities. So I don't know. I feel like in your example where like, if you were just soloing up against a squad, you could easily like, dip out for a big res, come back for a third party because it's just everyone's just everywhere all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's it's kind of funny you're talking about the videos and the downtime, because I find myself when I'm uploading my Apex videos now,
Yeah.
there's not very many times where I'll take a full game and just upload a full game anymore, because
Yeah.
there's way too much downtime. Like it's just walking around aimlessly, talking amongst the boys. It's just not there.
Yeah.
The excitement isn't there. So in this game, it's like there was nothing to cut out. Everywhere I skip forward to, I'm like, wow, it's just we're fighting everywhere I go. Just
Yeah.
fighting.
Yeah. 100%.
I like that. It's a time sink, man. We were playing this morning, and I'm not one to sit down and play video games for a long time, like 2 hours, 3 hours tops. And I can sit down and play this game for 2-3 hours and feel like I just played my first game. Like I just sat down to play. I'm like, oh man, time is flying.
Yeah, I feel that. Like it's been a while. Like as I was saying earlier, it's like it's been a while since when I play a game. After I play a game, like I feel like the itch. Like I'm like, oh man, I want to go back.
It was really cool that they surprise announced it too, the same way they did Apex.
I'm convinced. So I've said this before with Boom and Poner, but like I really think the next big game is gonna be like a surprise hit, like Hyper Scape. I think it could be a hit. But just like in the past, right? Like all the big games that I can think of, kind of came out of nowhere. Like the PUBGs, the Fortnites, Apex to a certain extent, and I feel like hyped up games like games that have been murmured about and trailers and hyped up. I don't know if that I'm sure that style of marketing still works, but I feel like it doesn't work as well anymore. I don't know, like Valorant, for example, that was like so hyped up, man. And then like, I mean, like its Twitch numbers are fine, and I'm sure it has a great fan base, but I don't know. I just don't feel like that sort of electricity anymore. And um, maybe not for the new Call of Duty Warzone. I think that one is probably an exception. But like Blackout, right? Or like the Battlefield Battle Royales. I feel like those sort of like classic big brand games that like, do the usual marketing with like massive amounts of hype and, trailers and stuff. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the big games that are coming out now, like that really take up the world by storm, are like the surprise releases.
You're totally right. Just get a little sidetracked. A little sidetracked. It's not
Okay,
a VR. It's not a VR at all, but it's been super hyped. A game that's been in development for years and years and years.
Star Citizen?
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Oh, Cyberpunk. Okay.
Oh my god, dude. You guys see any of that?
Dude, it's going to be incredible.
I haven't
can't
been
wait.
following it. I haven't been following it, honestly.
Candy, get involved. It looks so good.
But what do you do in it? Like, is it just GTA, but like with Keanu Reeves?
It's The Witcher with Keanu Reeves.
Well,
It's like
if that doesn't sell video games, I don't know what will.
Have you played The Witcher?
I haven't.
Dear Lord, Candy.
I don't play that many video games.
Listen,
honestly.
we're gonna have to get you onto The Witcher. Did you watch the TV series?
My wife did. I refused to because I didn't want to get sucked into it.
Candy.
All right, guys, that's the end of the podcast. I don't know, man. Like,
well, Jenks, do you think it's going to be GTA with Keanu Reeves? Because that's actually kind of how I describe it.
That's basically what it's gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be an incredible story. Like The Witcher, it's just so good. It came out in 2015, and honestly, like we still have Skyrim, and people joke like Skyrim is coming out for every single system. You can play it on your smart fridge if you want. But like the last great, like giant, like kind of RPG single player game was The Witcher. That's 2015. So I don't know. This is like this decade's giant blockbuster single player hit. But
what about like
have,
God of War and like that's a bunch of single player hits on.
That's like
that's
a console puzzle game with fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good game,
Really?
I'm sure, but like this is going to have the immersion of Grand Theft Auto like online, as well as an even better, like honestly, GTA 5 story to me was like one of the weakest out of all of the franchises.
The thing about this too, there isn't a set story to it. Like that's what makes this game so appealing. I think it's the same thing with The Witcher. There's so many different endings. Like you could do 3 different side quests that then in turn affect your main quest. Where on a second playthrough, if you didn't do those side quests, your main quest would be completely different.
Yeah. The
Like,
level of immersion will be shocking. It is a 2020 game. Like we will have not experienced anything like it.
Oh my God.
I know like my expectations are what I'm describing is sky high, but I mean it's CD Projekt Red. They're one of the few studios that kind of has like
They're the
trust of their fan base.
They're the best.
So if anybody can deliver, I think it's going to be them.
Is it
gonna be
that
nuts.
open world? Is it like a huge mass open world game?
We got to get you. I'm going to link you some stuff after this.
Have you really not followed any of this?
I've
Candy?
really not followed any of it.
I don't even. Oh, dude, you're not even a gamer, really. You're just an Apex player.
I might
This
be.
game has been in development for like 9 years.
It's crazy. I just watched
Really?
the first trailer like yesterday just because it came up on my YouTube for some reason. It was literally like 2011 or something. It was the first teaser.
And it's coming out this year.
Better sell like hotcakes. Holy shit, man.
I'm pumped. Not a big single player guy, but
Right.
this is
Same.
it. Actually, and Ghost of I forget how to pronounce it. Help me out here, boys.
Ghost of
Shell?
Tsushima?
Oh.
Tsushima.
Yeah, I think I
No.
heard of that. Yeah. It's not a console.
I think it might be on PS4 only, maybe. It might be on PC. I'd be surprised if it wasn't on PC.
Oh, Ghost of
Oh, yeah.
Tsushima. Okay,
I have
I
no idea.
actually don't know about this one. Oh, it looks like PlayStation.
Yeah, it's coming out the next gen, isn't it?
No, it comes out this month.
Oh,
Oh,
does it?
snap.
17th.
Oh, that's awesome.
This game looks incredible. You guys should buy a PS4 just to play this game.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's like a samurai game. It's an open world samurai
There's
game.
so many
That actually
samurai
sounds
games.
awesome.
Yeah, but this one is like the best one.
Okay. All right. Wasn't there another game that was like in like 10 years in development? Star Citizen. I mentioned it earlier. You guys know what that is? Is that ever gonna happen?
Yeah.
That's Bethesda, right?
I don't know.
That's the project that they're working on right now, and then the next Elder Scrolls is going to be
Star Citizen. Really? Oh.
Wait, no, developer Cloud Imperium Games.
Yeah, I don't
maybe
think
that's no, never mind.
Yeah, Star Citizen, and like I think it's been out.
Yeah, it's out, but it's not like completed. Like people, I mean,
They've been working on it for years.
Yeah, I always hear like, oh, it's only like 10% of what it truly is going to be, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so my understanding of Star Citizen, it's like they basically kind of like a No Man's Sky situation, not nearly like the same with the release and that debacle, but they just have like this grandiose vision of what it's going to be like when it's complete. And they just keep adding and adding and adding and adding to it. Like if their vision is completed tomorrow, it could possibly be like revolutionary, but it's just like they've got a very small amount of the game completed and out and available to people, to my understanding. I used to watch I think it was one of the old Battlefield guys, Level Cap. He's big on putting Star Citizen content on his YouTube channel, always has been, and it's been interesting watching it. But I mean, outside of what I just described, I don't know a lot about it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. No, Rare's probably more well versed because he plays that game quite a bit. But
yeah, he brings it up a lot.
I never got into it. I don't know.
I'd be like shooting someone. He's like, "Hey, have you guys ever played Star Citizen?" I'm like, "Rare, help me!"
What else are you looking forward to, Janks? I know at the EA Live thing, I was pretty impressed that Squadron was something I hadn't even.
The Star Wars one?
I didn't know it was in development, but like a flying game doesn't seem like something studios wanted to focus on. I'm kind of hyped for it. Yeah, Star Wars one.
For me, I don't know.
Not into it?
Not really. I've never actually watched or been into Star Wars at all.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't. As far as any other games too, like I have no idea. I was just gonna keep playing Apex. I was excited to play The Last of Us, which I beat.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Did you like it?
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Okay, I liked the game. I question the story. That's it.
I feel like people play it for the story.
That's exactly it. It's like watching a movie. Like you're playing a movie. That's the way that like you get that involved into it. At least that's how I was for the first one. So this one, I don't know. But it was good though. The game was the best looking game I've ever seen.
I've heard weird stuff about the ending. Like people are kind of iffy on the ending. Is that where you kind of fall in line too?
The entire story, because the ending really ties into what happens at the beginning too. And like, I don't think people have a problem with what happened at the beginning. See, this is the thing. I can't really say much without. It sounds bad because I don't want to give too many spoilers. But what happened at the beginning wasn't necessarily a bad thing. I think it was a good thing. But they could have done what happened at the beginning at the end and told a different story leading up to it. Then it would have been powerful, and it would have led into The Last of Us Part 3, which could have continued that story. So I don't know. It is what it is.
Is there going to be a Last of Us Part 3? Did they lead up to that?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Maybe they can fix it then. Maybe they can fix it in 3.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like The Last of Us 1. You could play it. You would feel like attack. You know how like you watch a TV series for a long time and they kill off your main character.
Yep.
You're like that hurts you, right? Like you're emotionally involved with this game. That's what it feels like, right?
Glenn from The Walking Dead was mine.
Right.
Rest in peace, Glenn.
There was no even on scenes where there was supposed to be emotion, you just didn't feel it. Like whatever. But yeah, no. Any other game though? I don't know. Ghost of Tsushima. I'm excited for that this month. And then Cyberpunk. But no multiplayer games, nothing that I really plan on putting on the channel. Except for Hyper Scape.
Because you're gonna split time.
100%.
Hyper Scape and Apex.
That's tricky though.
I like it way too much. I don't even care. You can cut my views. You could cut my views to a third. I could get 25% of the views that I was getting now. I have so much fun playing Hyperscape that I'm going to play it. I'm going to record it, and I'm going to make videos on it. 100%.
What a god.
What a god.
Good for you, man.
I also want to keep playing Apex because I do like Apex too. It's how many like we played Apex for the last year and a half. I haven't played any other game.
Yeah,
I haven't
I've been
played
very
any-
faithful. Yeah.
So at some point, it's time to give something else a go.
Yeah. For me personally, I don't know how I'm going to tackle it just yet. I'm with you where like I definitely want to do 50-50, but I also see what 50-50 can do to a channel. So whenever I switch games, I do it 100%. I'm just like hard switch, boom, and then like give it like a month, 2 months before I can like ramp it back up again. Um, so I really don't know because like Apex is like a safe space, and like I know I can get a decent viewership on Apex, but at the same time, I mean, from a creator standpoint, I do feel there's an Apex ceiling, in terms of like viewership and interest. You know what I mean? Like,
We've hit that ceiling.
I feel like I have, yeah. I mean, with the exception of like maybe Zilbrad, no one's getting really above like
I mean,
two.
but Zilbrad's audience comes from years of being on YouTube already. Like Zilbrad had 1 million subscribers on YouTube before Apex.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I guess. I mean, I don't know. My point is like no one's getting either way. No one's getting like like 700,000 views or 1 million views per video on Apex.
Yeah, we
regularly.
are. I think iTemp, yourself, me, and Zeus are like the 4
I mean,
Apex guys.
Zilbrad's number one, but like
Zilbrad is definitely number 1 by a long shot. But like I said, his audience came from elsewhere too. Like Zilbrad's his personality it attracts everybody, He's so funny, he's so easy to watch, right? But
Right.
in terms of like we're basically just playing Apex, like I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like basically we're saying the same thing, right? Like I think
Yeah.
there is a cap with Apex, and just from a creator standpoint, I've been kind of like waiting for like another game that's gonna come out, and I'm gonna feel in my gut that I like it. And like Valorant came and went. I tried that, and I was like, I don't think this is it. And then Warzone came and went, and Warzone is having a lot of success, and like people are blowing up from Warzone, but I don't know if I like it that much. But this game, I'm like, this could be it. This could be a good like secondary game to play. And I don't know, like if I personally, my opinion, like if I like get way more traction from this game than Apex, I think there's a good chance where like I might shift the balance to like hop onto this game. I don't know.
I mean, even if you did like a 70-30 split.
Yeah, I might do
put like
that.
70 into Apex, and then every once in a while, like even once a week, do once a week where you do like a Hyper Scape video, because who knows, that one Hyper Scape video could blow up. You hit
Right.
the algorithm, YouTube pushes it. That Hyper Scape video, let's say it does 500,000 views, hypothetically. That's 500,000 views coming from people that didn't watch your Apex videos. It could merge the two.
Yeah, but I guess I'm thinking like it's so hard to balance two games. I don't know. Like from my personal experience, like I feel like people who come onto a channel, they subscribe for like a certain game or certain genre. If they see like the channels like hopping everywhere, like I feel like they're less likely to like watch. I don't know. That's why switching 100% always worked, because I can build up like a month's worth of like, for example, Apex videos, and then so a new person coming to my channel would see just basically mostly Apex, right? And they'd be like, okay, cool. Like I want more of this. But if I were to do 50-50, like I don't know, there's like uncharted territory for me. Like I'm
I
like,
think you're in a unique situation where your personality is
I don't
there.
know, man.
I think so.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
not just your personality, but the people you play with too, the company you keep, everything.
Right.
Like your videos are just a different vibe that people would like.
Yeah. I hope so. I don't know.
We'll see what happens, because I mean, I don't know. I like them both. I like them both, and I'm gonna keep playing them both. And I've never done this before on my channel because I'm the same way as you. Every time that I've switched games, because I started on Overwatch, and when I quit Overwatch, I completely stopped Overwatch and went to Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
And then I completely stopped Call of Duty and went to Apex. There was no medium there at all. And every time I got lucky, every time I switched, something popped off. And
Yeah.
I got lucky.
I think something to keep into account for you guys too is crossplay and Steam in the future.
For Apex?
Yeah, there's going to be players who leave the game, and then there's going to be a whole bunch of new people who want to start playing again. So, I mean, I don't know. I personally think as a player and as a consumer of content, not necessarily a creator, I think there's still going to be a really strong audience for Apex for the foreseeable future. But
Yeah.
Totally. Oh, totally.
But Hyperscape is definitely going to pull in a ton of those players as like a part-time on the side. They're gonna basically, your viewers are gonna be doing what we're about to do right now, which
You really
is
think so? I don't know,
oh,
man.
100%, 100%. You're gonna have people playing Hyper Scape, and then they're like, okay, I'm done. For a little while. You guys want to play some Apex? Sure. Like I
I
think
don't
I'm gonna do
know.
that too.
I feel like people, I mean, maybe for us, yes, but I feel like most people, the same way people always ask me and Jenks, like, oh man, who do you main, man? Who do you main? I feel like a lot of people have like a very singular like line of thought. Like I feel like people want to like just main a game or main a character. So I can't think of like a really successful YouTuber that's not variety, but like that does just 2 games. Like to have, I mean, maybe like Acolyte to a certain degree.
Itemp. Jack
Itemp.
Fred.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
lot. There's a lot of YouTubers that do
Itemp,
that, can't you?
Itemp,
I don't
Itemp can
know.
upload Apex, and then the very next day upload a Warzone video, and then upload another Apex video.
Yeah,
He
but his
can
Warzone
upload
videos
video.
don't do like as well as his Apex videos, do they?
They certainly do really good. They do 6 figures.
Hmm.
They'll all
Yeah.
do around over 100,000 views every
Right,
time.
right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he could upload this game. See, iTemp is kind of in the same category as Zilbred too, in the term like his personality is just so fun, like it's easy to watch. It's almost like listening to a podcast when you're watching iTemp. You know what I mean? It's just he's so easy to listen to. It's fun.
Yeah, I used to watch iTemp content back in like what was it? Modern Warfare 3 days, like way before I knew Candy and these guys. Yeah, he's great, man. I completely agree. He's just like some of the stuff that he says and like the live commentary watching his gameplay, it's just I don't know. He's almost second to none with doing that with like his old Get a Moab series that he used to do, like Rich Get a Moab and stuff like that. So yeah, I completely feel what you're saying.
What I do find interesting though is that this game comes out and every single Apex creator is making Hyper Scape videos now. Like, I don't think it's a coincidence. The reason that I want to do like the split, right, is because when there's an Apex update, I'm excited to make videos. I'm so stoked. I'm ready to play the game and I want to do it, right? But then there isn't an update for 2 months.
Yeah.
Then what do you talk about for 2 months?
Yeah.
And then towards the second half of those 2 months, you start getting really bored and you're like, I don't know what I can make videos on. I feel like I already talked about this. So what's so different about this video than the last video, Then it's hard for me. And that's why I think Hyperscape is going to be a really good escape for me.
That's true.
For wanting to just, even if it's
Hyper
for the second half, right? Hyper Escape, exactly. So like, even if it's like you do Apex for, a month straight. And then after that month, you're like, you know what? I want to do a little bit of Hyper Scape for a little bit. And do that for like a week or two and then go back to Apex again. Like, that's I'm excited for something like that. That's
you did bring up a good point though about maybe it was your point, I forgot. But like how a lot of Apex people are playing Hyperscape right now. I noticed that like all my friends who are playing Hyperscape, they're on Twitch anyways. Like their numbers have not dropped. Like usually if you play a new game like that's different than the main game you play, like usually like the views drop a little bit because it's not what people want. But on Twitch, man, like then Jayla's pulling like 600 viewers. She usually gets 4 to 5 on Apex. Like okay, that's the only example I can think of.
Tush a couple thousand.
Yeah,
Tush
a couple
had, like,
thousand.
2K a little bit ago. Yeah.
I think there's something to this game, man. Like I don't know. Like it's interesting to see like the Twitch audience really like take into it and like they're sticking
Honestly,
around.
You want to know what a really good example is the Fortnite guys. The Fortnite guys, because it's little kids, right? Like little kids, they are the ones that they're what's the way to say it? They like if they like watching something that's all they're gonna want to watch. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like guys like us, we're older, so we're open to watch literally anything. Like I don't mind. Like I watch Grims play all the time. Grims. And I'll watch him play anything. I love watching Grims.
That's Mr. Grims to you.
Mr. Grims, exactly. I'll literally watch him play anything. I love watching Mr. Grims. Like I just do. So when you see Tfue with 40K, that's gotta be a sign. That's gotta be something.
I don't think they sponsored or paid anyone. I don't know.
They did it.
Yeah, no
Tfue
one was
said
paid.
that. Yep.
Oh, Tfue said that? Okay, yeah.
He straight up said we're not getting paid for that. He was playing with XQC this morning.
Yeah, I was
Nobody's
talking
getting
to I was talking to my agency, and I was like, "Is anyone getting paid?" And like no one's getting paid to play this game. So I don't know. I think it's
Honestly,
pretty good marketing.
It's rare that developers do pay to play games. Like most developers, like their pay to you is early access to their game.
Really? No, Apex definitely paid a bunch of people.
Rare occasion.
Hmm.
Apex was a rare occasion. Not very many companies do.
Mm.
I think the difference between Apex's release and Hyperscape was we actually heard about Hyperscape a few days ago. I
I
think
mean,
that
that was
was
leaked though.
yeah, and that was about it. But like Apex, it was literally like every major content creator on Twitch and Mixer and
There were no
whatever,
leaks with
RIP and peace.
Apex.
There was nothing in advance. It was just what's this game Shroud's playing right now, you
Yeah.
know? And it's like, oh shit, this is pretty cool. But then yeah, I think they spent the money to pay those people to play it, but they also saved on on marketing and such. But I'm sure Ubisoft did the same. I don't know of any marketing that they spent money on necessarily, but yeah, I don't know, dude. Kind of crazy.
I'm
If you look at
agreeing.
it, have you ever seen those gaming channels that they don't actually play the game, but they review games
Yes.
and they give honest opinions? Like there was games that people that do like Death Stranding, I don't know, whatever games it is. Like when they get early access to games, early copies, most of them aren't actually paid. Most of them.
Right.
Some of them are. Most of the ones that you can tell the ones that are because like they're overwhelmingly positive reviews.
Yeah.
But even then, some of them are because like they have to give a positive review or else they won't get early access to the next game.
Right.
But most of those developers are like, oh well, your pay is basically being the first to make a video or the first to stream because your numbers are going to be big. Is
Right.
kind of their opinion on it. I would love to get paid to play Hyper Scape though. I would all day long. Yeah, absolutely.
Give me $2. Just $2. Come on. $2, Ubisoft. Come on. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to go and play it now. Honestly.
Me
I'm
too.
down.
Should we should we
yeah.
should we wrap?
Sure.
I gotta pee after this actually.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll go see what the wife is doing. But actually we have 4 people.
Yeah, kind
But
of
the
awkward. I wasn't gonna say anything, but
Well, we can split it up. Jokey and Rare are playing, so that's 6.
No,
That's
no,
two
I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
What?
No. I have to go to the gym. I haven't gone to the gym yet today.
It's literally 8. Is it like 8 p.m. for you?
dude,
8:20?
hold on, time out. You're going to
7?
the gym at 9 p.m., Janks, and this new game just came out. You're inspiration. That's nutty.
I'm trying to look like a Spartan warrior.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god.
There's only one way for that to happen.
God bless you, man.
Yeah, seriously. I'm over here just decaying into a husk.
Yeah, I've gained like 10 to 15 pounds on this quarantine life, man.
Jesus.
Oh, but yeah, so yeah, you 3 can go handle the business.
All right. Should we wrap then?
what's the question?
I don't think we got a chance to warn Janks. So if you can't think of something, we'll bring you on, next time for a 5-minute podcast. You can answer the question. We'll just wrap it. But we usually like to wrap our podcast by asking our guests the question, what is your favorite, most wholesome, endearing gaming memory? Like, what is your happiest memory in gaming? I believe that all 3 of us actually answered already because we would kind of like give an example of our own gaming memory. We kind of already went through ours. So if you don't have one on hand, we can recount for you one of our memories. But if you got something, we'd love to hear it.
Easy. So
Hyper Scape.
So earlier today, we played Hyper Scape.
I just searched my YouTube channel right now. I found the video. So when I first started doing YouTube, this was, well, not first started doing YouTube, but started gaining a presence, I guess. I was trying to think of ways to keep being known and do something different. I was playing Overwatch and I made a brand new account. And on console, Overwatch with playing Widowmaker on console, everybody was like, oh, he's throwing. It's a joke of a character, right? So basically what I did was I did my placements. I got down into bronze, which was the lowest rank. And I only played Widowmaker all the way from bronze to the absolute highest rank. Okay. I first made this account in one of the first games that I ever played. I got into a game with a guy named Dad 9161 963. Those numbers are his birthday. September 16th, 1963, which is actually a day before mine. Mine is on September 17th.
1963, you said?
1963. His dad.
Damn, you're old.
Dad.
Yeah, you're really old, dude.
No, that's it. Come on. one of my favorite moments ever in gaming because he was so wholesome. The way he was talking and laughing, he was like, we changed our names to like dank underscore whatever. So we all had different names, right? And he was like, could I change my name to Dank Dad? And he had like the hermit from Family Guy laugh with the high whistle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that. Oh my God. It was so funny. I ended up adding him. And this video was uploaded on April 8th, 2017. And I can open up my PlayStation.
Birthday.
Hold on. I'm going to open up my PlayStation real quick. He sends me messages almost every single day. He'll send me a dad joke.
Today? Like even today, he sent you a message.
That's awesome.
Today he said, you really have to hand it to short people because they can't reach anything. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing... Seriously, you want to hear some more? All I need to do is scroll. He's got so many.
Sure.
Does he respond to you? I mean, do you respond to him?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
every day he says, "Please stop."
Not every day.
I'm kidding.
Like every few days, I guess. But
Right.
Send a lot of dad jokes. But you know, I try to reply to him as much as I can now. But yeah, I can cut a piece of wood in half just by looking at it. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Why was my math book so sad? It had a lot of problems.
Oh,
That
guys,
seems awesome.
So many. Did you hear about the little boy named Sam who wasn't allowed to sing, but you know what Sam sung anyway? So many. I could go for hours, but that's my favorite moment ever.
Wow.
That's
Beautiful.
wholesome.
That's
Oh,
actually
really?
awesome. That's the cutest story.
Crazy.
Jesus.
All right,
That's a lot better than than my story. I have to say. I mean, that's a really cute one.
Well, I actually had a good story. You guys had me worried. You're like, oh, you could come on and answer it next time. I was like, what are you getting me into, boys?
Right. It is. Yeah, it's good that you had that one in your back pocket. That's actually so wholesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so cute.
So who's gonna wrap it up?
Yeah, well, I want to play some Hyper Scape. So first off, BacKoFFmyJanKz. Go check them out. We'll put some links in the video description below. Janks, thank you so much for joining us. This has been season 1, episode 9, I believe, of the 3 Stack. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
That's it.
And that's it. That's a podcast. That's how a podcast is made.
That's it. That's a podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did I do good?
I think you did great.
You did great.
But
Thanks
Boom,
for-
I think
here,
I think
Janks.
you're a little weak today. Boom. Why don't you be like Janks more often? Take some notes.